Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thanks again for joining me here. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Let's take another look here at Bitcoin, see what's going on. Got a nice solid bounce off that $60,000 mark. Again, you can only see that really reflected on the daily time frame, but the truth is we held that level fairly well, minus a pretty aggressive candle wick down to 58,500 and some change, right? So a pretty solid decrease in value. No surprise there, honestly. We were expecting that lower level liquidation to get swept. There is still more liquidation at the $56,000 mark. And we'll take a look at that here in just a minute. So if you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. Not a financial advisor. Hope you can learn something today. If you do want to become a better trader, again, CryptoCache.tech is the site. Link down below. Quick congrats to our community members here too. We got some nice solid profits here from XRP, Ethereum, Solana, 23%, and a couple of other Solana scalps. That's my day trading bot. We also took a nice 30% for a long position. Averaged out about 59,100 for Bitcoin, and of course a previous short from 67,000 all the way down to 60,000, or no, 59,000 I think it was. That got us a good 68%. So again, nice little profit there, folks. We've been rocking and rolling on pretty much all cylinders here recently. While there's not like a magnificent amount of trades going on, minus my day trades actually triggering a lot of different trades. Swing trading, you want to be careful to find the bottom first before you take a long, and find the top before you take a short. I know it's not just that simple, but that's the concept. All right, so let's take a look here at the price action. Let's go ahead and load up our Bitcoin chart and see where we're at. And we're going to look at the 7-day liquidation levels and then swing on over to our monthly. So we do have a lot of late longs here at 58,000. Makes perfect sense. We are one of those. Absolutely a higher level liquidation there. Not a tremendous amount, just 1 to 2 billion roughly. I know it sounds weird to say, but we got a couple billion down below. We do take a look here, of course, at the upper level. We got a little bit more liquidation above the price action right there at about 62,200. Okay, so those are basically late shorts, if you will, jumping into the market at about 62K. So that is something that's important and relevant to note. We've got some liquidation at 63,000, upwards of 65. We do have that resistance level at about 66,000. We'll look at that on the charts here, but just to clarify, some people were asking in my community this morning, where's an invalidation for this bearish trend? I would say a closure above 66 is a pretty solid consideration. We'll look at the charts. I'll explain more about that, but we look at the last 1 month worth of trading here. We can see, again, still some liquidation down as low as about 54,400. There are some late longs there. Those are low leverage longs. You can see kind of starting right there, more recent once the price dipped down. But the amount of liquidation to the downside is decreasing. It implies that longs are taking profit and they're closing their positions, which is a good sign in a lot of ways. Okay, so less incentive to push the price action down with less volume and or liquidation. Okay, so anyways, having said all that, daily time frame, let's look at this here. Now we talked about the weekly being moderately bearish, but we're still over 50 on the RSI. So keep in mind we haven't broken fully bearish yet on the macro, the very, very big macro, the weekly and monthly. However, looking here at the daily time frame, obviously we've got a pretty strong descending trend. We can see TD sequential, we are massively overextended to the downside. The 4-hour time frame reflected that too, so it gave me some confidence in taking that long position at 59 to 60,000. We can also see the support range here from previous. There's a decent amount of volume and or buying pressure when the price action hits 60,000. Just a psychological support level. So you got to recognize, it would be the same thing at 50,000 too. You just can't not long a position at that level and vice versa, right? We close below 60,000. That would be a solid consideration, possibly, again, depending on other considerations for a short. That's just kind of the concept, right? Emotional support levels or psychological support levels create that emotion, that fear or greed, right? Right now, we're kind of in a fear market, so you typically want to buy the fear, all right? Having said that, we're looking at a nice solid bounce off 30-ish on the RSI. It's been a while since we've been under 30 on the RSI, so keep in mind, generally positive things happen when we look at that. I mean, last time I talked about this yesterday, but it was back in August of last year is when we were under 30 on the RSI. So we haven't seen that in quite some time, so it makes perfect sense that we got this little bounce here. We can also see the price action recovering here as well for the MACD and stochastic. So we got some good shifts in momentum there. We got the 200-day SMA here at about 58,000 now. It's going to start averaging itself out close to that new low here at 58.3. We'll just say round number 58,000. So 58,000 should be a solid support range based on that sentiment there and the most recent low. Keep in mind we've come as low as 56,500 in recent past, back in May on the 1st. So that's generally where we're at there on the daily. Truth is we're below a lot of moving averages. Again, until we break above this range here, I would not be construing this as a positive slash bullish sign. One green day in the market. Okay? Alts are responding pretty well to it though. Keep this in mind. Bitcoin dominance is starting to pull back a little bit, and we can see altcoins, Bitcoin more specifically increasing, and altcoins doing fairly well too. Okay, so a lot of alts have bottomed out. Either way, might be a good consideration for some longs and some alts. Let's go ahead and verify that first. Take a look here at the RSI on the 4 hour. Still under 50, not always great. Stochastic swinging up too, but getting close to its top, with money flow index swinging up and MACD converging here. Generally, that's a favorable sign. 4 hour MACD and these other complementing factors are positive, but we're not over 50 in the RSI yet, and we're not over any moving averages yet either. Okay, so we want to really, truthfully, be at this point here sometime in the next 48 hours, roughly about 62,500 soon, in order to feel confident and comfortable taking a long position. Okay. Now again, it sounds contradictory because we took a long position and secured profit already, right? But that was more so just a buy the dip. If you miss that opportunity, wait for the next one. It's really what it boils down to. So having said that, though, the 4 hour time frame is not bullish by any stretch. We're just seeing this shift in momentum, where the momentous indicators are essentially letting us know that we have reached this nice little turning point here, where the price action is more likely to increase than decrease. Having said that, though, we want to take a look here at a few other things. First of all, again, to reflect, we have money flow index increasing. That shows here. We see this nice strong 1 hour candle here. That's when the market opened roughly an hour ago. We do take a look here, of course, at the Ichimoku cloud. We're still confirming below the cloud. So again, all the more reason why another 6 to 8 hours from now, maintaining this current price point would be advantageous, right? Again, we've broke this most recent high, and we've established it as a new low. It's easier to see on the 15-minute time frame when you see the price action kind of come down and bounce, but that little area right there, 61,600, is an area that we want to make sure that we close above today. And what do you know? It's going to be aligned itself with the upper lead on the cloud, giving us that confirmation to take a long if and when we get there, which we are trending towards that, by the way. Let's quickly look at our TPO here for today. My speculation is it's right there at the 61,200 mark, which it is. It's the same point of control as yesterday. So closing above 61,200 today is extremely important. That would put us tentatively above the cloud, or with at least on the upper lead there, and it would give us a solid candlestick closure here on the daily as a green candle for change, right? So all these things are extremely positive. Now, do we want to jump for joy and just go hard and long with a bunch of different positions? No. But what we do want to do, and I can do this here today, of course, I'm going to analyze a lot of coins that look like they're behaving better than Bitcoin, and or generally favorable, if you will. Because again, if you just take a look at any random coin, well, ETH is an exception, of course, but a lot of coins are excelling, right? But you want to make sure to pay attention to how they respond to these pullbacks if and when Bitcoin pulls back. So generally speaking, when Bitcoin pulled back here, just say a few hours ago, if you saw a coin just knee-jerk reaction down, that may not be a good strong coin to invest in case Bitcoin pulls back, right? Anyways, just some things to kind of think about, really. It's not like an exact science by any stretch, but at this point here, I think it's important to recognize that is a relevant thing. So don't get too crazy with long positions, but I think we're more likely to find some success here in the next 48 hours to the upside, pending we close at 61,200 or higher today. So I'm looking for a 61.2, preferably 615 or higher today here, and we should be all set and good to continue to rock and roll. But again, increased volume, less liquidation levels to the downside. There's a lot of reasons why we're in good shape here to see this 62,200 level swept here in the near future. Okay, so again, good stuff there, folks. We are absolutely on track here for a good solid continuation. Just again, don't jump the gun quite yet, but I'm feeling pretty confident about the price action moving up and or sideways. Again, invalidations that would be a closure at 61,000 or lower. We don't want that. We're looking for 62K or higher, just as a good round number. Okay. All right, folks, I hope you learned something today. Thanks again so much for watching. Again, to those who use my link to register for Bitunix, links down below, of course, if you want to. June 30th is the expiration for this event. Make sure you take advantage of it. It's benefit, easy money. Jump on over to our Twitter, Telegram, Discord, YouTube, and now TikTok, and YouTube Shorts. It's all available there for you if you want. Just a lot of fun to be able to get that out to you guys and gals. Thank you again so much for watching. We'll look forward to seeing the next one. Have a good rest of your day. Take care.